Module 3 Geometry and Measurement. Question 1. The four bases of a baseball field form four corners of a square of side length 27.43 meters, as shown in the diagram below. A player ran from home base to first base, then to second base, then to third base, and finally back to home base. The question is asking for the minimum distance in meters that the player ran. To do this, we need to calculate the perimeter of the square, which is equal to 4 times 27.43 equals 109.72 meters. So the answer we are after is option D. From the 2019 VCE examination report, 91% of the students chose the correct option. Question 2. Town B is located on a bearing of 060 degrees from town A. The question is asking for the diagram that could illustrate this situation. Let's start with the diagram in option A. We are going to draw a vertical line towards north at town A, and then we measure an angle of 60 degrees in a clockwise direction from north towards town B. So we have just found our answer, option A. From the 2019 VCE examination report, 68% of the students chose the correct option. Question 3. An ice cream dessert is in the shape of a hemisphere. The dessert has a radius of 5 centimeters. The top and the base of the dessert are covered in chocolate. The question is asking for the total surface area in square centimeters that is covered in chocolate. The surface area of a sphere equals 4 pi r squared. Therefore, the surface area of the hemisphere equals 2 pi r squared, which is 2 pi times 5 squared, that is 157.08 centimeters squared. The area of the base is pi r squared, which is pi times 5 squared, that is 78.54 centimeters squared. So the total surface area covered in chocolate is equal to 157.08 plus 78.54, which is approximately equal to 236 centimeters squared. So the answer we are after is option C. From the 2019 VCE examination report, 48% of the students chose the correct option. Question 4. Triangle M, shown below, has side lengths of 3 centimeters, 4 centimeters, and 5 centimeters. 4 other triangles have the dimensions given below. The question is asking for the triangles that are similar to triangle M. In similar triangles, all corresponding sides are in the same proportion. Let's check the proportions between the sides of triangle M and triangle N. We are going to write their sides in order from lowest to highest. 3, 4, 5 for triangle M and 3, 6, 8 for triangle N. The ratio between the first two sides is 1, and the ratio between the next two sides is 4:6. So they are not equal, therefore triangles M and N are not similar. So we can cross out options A and B. Now let's check the triangles M and O. Again, we write their sides in order from lowest to highest. And notice that the first ratio is 3:4 and the second ratio is 4:8. They are not equal, so the two triangles are not similar. Therefore, we can cross out options C and D. Now let's check triangles M and P. Again, the sides of M are 3, 4, 5, and the sides of P are 6, 8, 10. The three ratios are all a half. Therefore, the three ratios are equal, which means that the two triangles are similar. Now let's check triangles M and Q. 3, 4, 5, again the sides of M, and 9, 12, 15, the sides of Q. The three ratios are all equal to a third, which means that the two triangles M and Q are similar triangles. So the answer we're after is option E. From the 2019 VCE examination report, 87% of the students chose the correct option. Question 5. In triangle ABC, the point D lies on the line AC, as shown in the diagram below. The length of the line BC is equal to the length of the line BD. The question is asking which one of the following statements is true. Option A, it is quite obvious that angle BAD is not equal to angle ADB, so we can cross out option A. In option B, again, it is quite obvious that angle ADB is not equal to angle BDC, so we can cross out this option as well. For option C, we are going to start from the sum of angle ADB and angle BDC. That is 180 degrees because they are supplementary angles. We also know that triangle BDC is an isosceles triangle with BD equals BC. Therefore, angle BCD equals angle BDC, which means that the sum of the angles ADB and BCD equals 180 degrees. So the answer we are after is option C. From the 2019 VCE examination report, 55% of the students chose the correct option. Question 6. All cities in China are in the same time zone. Wuhan and Chengdu are both cities in China. On one day in January, the sun set in Wuhan at 5:50 p.m. Assuming that 15 degrees of longitude equates to 1 hour time difference, what is the time the sun set in Chengdu? The longitude difference between the two cities is 114 degrees minus 104 degrees, that is 10 degrees. 10 degrees are equivalent to 2/3 of an hour, which is 40 minutes. Wuhan is further east, therefore the sun sets 40 minutes later in Chengdu at 6:30 p.m. So the answer we are after is option D. From the 2019 VCE examination report, 41% of the students chose the correct option. Question 7. A can of dog food is in the shape of a cylinder. The can has a circumference of 18.85 centimeters and a volume of 311 centimeters cubed. The question is asking for the height of the can in centimeters. The volume of the can is equal to area of the base times the height. We substitute what we know, 311 for the volume, that is equal to pi r squared times the height. We need to calculate the radius of the base. Therefore, we are going to use the circumference, which is 18.85, equals to pi r. So the radius is equal to 18.85 divided by 2 pi. That is approximately 3 centimeters. We can now use this value in the volume formula. So the height is equal to 311 divided by 9 pi. And this is approximately 11 centimeters. So the answer we are after is option D. From the 2019 VCE examination report, 63% of the students chose the correct option. Question 8. 4 identical circles of radius r are drawn inside a square, as shown in the diagram below. The region enclosed by the circles has been shaded in the diagram. The question is asking for the formula that can be used to calculate the shaded area. Now let's divide the square into 4 equal smaller squares. The shaded region in this smaller square is a quarter of the area enclosed by the circle and the square. The length of the square is 2r, so the shaded region in this smaller square is equal to 2r all squared minus pi r squared all divided by 4. The shaded region in the actual square is equal to 4 of these areas. So it's 4 times 2r all squared minus pi r squared all divided by 4. The two 4's cancel each other. Therefore, we end up with 4r squared minus pi r squared. So the answer we are after is option B. From the 2019 VCE examination report, 51% of the students chose the correct option.